Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're doing something a bit different, really zooming in. We're taking a magnifying glass to just one verse, Genesis chapter 3, verse 6, a really pivotal one. Our plan, our mission, if you like, is to unpack this single verse, word by word. We're following our source material's lead on this, hoping to reveal some, well, unexpected details. You know, the kind of profound stuff you might miss just reading it through quickly. I'm really excited about this linguistic journey, actually. Seeing how the original Hebrew adds all these layers, I hope you find it as revealing as I expect to.
Oh, absolutely. It's quite something when you see how precise the original Hebrew is. As we dig into it, you'll really see how every single word, every little piece builds this moment, this scene that's echoed down the ages.
Okay, so let's lay it out. Genesis 3, verse 6. The English translation most of us know probably goes something like this. And the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was a delight to the eyes, and the tree was desirable to make one wise. She took of its fruit and ate. And she also gave to her husband with her, and he ate.
That's the common rendering. And in the Hebrew, it's Dorgo.
Hi, sorry, get the with the Hebrew, it's work. Like, no. Reggae tour? It's a Citrigomet and Chanis Vod in the Hebrew. It's Wartigi. Yeah, see, yeah, we're the common ready. It's And as we break this down, you'll hear how each component, prefixes, word choices, everything builds the narrative.
That really sets the stage. Okay, so the verse starts with the woman's perception, right? A series of observations leading to her action. What's the very first word?
Right, the very first word is vater. This means, and she saw. Simple as that. The root here is just to lete. It really emphasizes that this whole temptation thing, it starts visually. It starts with seeing.
And she saw. Okay, a moment of observation. What comes next?
Exactly. Then we have wayaya. That's the woman. The ha part, that prefix, just means the. It specifies the woman, Eve.
Got it. So, and the woman saw. Then ace, ki, that means that. Followed by tav. Simple word, good.
Okay, not good.
Es hat, which means the tree. Again, you see the ha prefix for the.
Right. So, and the woman saw that the tree was good? Seems like a pretty basic initial thought.
It is, yeah, the first assessment. Then comes kok, lama. This means for food. That prefix le means for or to. So good for food.
Okay, practical need first.
Then we get viveki. The V prefix means and. So this is and that. Next, tavahu. This translates as it was a delight, a desire, a longing.
A delight. Interesting word choice, not just nice to look at.
Exactly. There's a sense of longing there. And then layen, this means to the eyes. The la part means to the.
So she sees it's good for food and that it was a delight to the eyes. Okay, that's a step up, isn't it? From basic utility to aesthetics.
Precisely. And the source material really emphasizes this isn't just a random list. It's like mapping her psychological journey into temptation.
Yeah, I can see that.
So moving on, we have vena, venekmad. The V again is and nekmad means desirable or coveted.
Desirable.
And then vanets hetches, again, the tree. Repetition for clarity.
Right.
And the final piece of her perception, all of that Haskell. This means to make one wise or perhaps to give insight.
Wow, okay. That progression is really something. Good for food, basic need, a delight to the eyes, sensory pleasure, and then desirable to make one wise, this, like intellectual or spiritual ambition. It shows her choice was, well, it was complex, more than just, I'm hungry.
Yes, exactly. The text is incredibly deliberate, showing her thought process, the escalating desire. It's all laid out. And then we shift to the actions.
Right.
First action, vesvatikash, means and she took. Simple, direct action.
Okay.
Then phenekasma perio. This means of its fruit. And it's interesting, fruit, perio, is specifically mentioned in God's earlier instructions about what they could eat. So the language connects back.
Ah, good point.
Yeah.
Specificity matters.
Definitely. Then, vaitokla means, and she ate.
So seeing, desiring, then taking and eating. Very clear cause and effect.
It really is, step by step. The next word is vaikitan. This means, and she gave.
Gave.
Yes. And then vayera, gamlacia, this means also to her husband. Gam is also, le is to. And isha, which usually means woman or wife, here with the suffix contextually means her husband. The grammar makes it clear.
That's fascinating. So the phrasing itself tells you exactly who she gave it to, not just to the man.
Absolutely. Precision again. Then ima means with her.
With her. So he was right there.
The text implies proximity, yes, with her. And the final word, vehoka, and he ate.
And he ate. Wow. When you break it down like that, word by word, you just see the sheer detail. It's not a summary. It's like a slow motion replay. The perception, the internal shift, the actions, the sequence.
Yes.
It's amazing storytelling, really. So concise, yet so deep. Now, just to really drive home how much detail you can pull out, our source zooms in on just one single word from that verse. Haisha, the woman. Let's just unpack that for a second. What more can we possibly get from just one word?
Well, it's pretty fascinating, actually. Even the letters themselves in Haitsha add layers. So you start with the letter A.
Right.
That gives you the ha sound at the beginning, pretty straightforward.
Okay, huh?
Then you have Aleph. Now, Aleph is often silent in Hebrew, but here it carries the vowel sound, helps form the I in Isha.
Okay. So it's functional, even if quiet.
Right. Then comes Shin. Now, Shin is interesting because it can be shir or S, but there's a little dot, technically called a dagesh, or in this case, the Shin dot positioned on the letter. Our source points out kind of poetically the dot on the top right candlestick.
Mm-hmm.
That dot tells you it's the Shin sound. No ambiguity.
Huh. A dot changes the sound. That's neat.
It is. And finally, you have another A at the end. This one helps form that final A sound. So you put it all together. Ha-ish. Ha-isha. These tiny phonetic details embedded right in the letters, they ensure the word is said correctly, carrying its full weight.
So it's not just about writing the word down. It's like the letters themselves have built-in instructions for how to say it, how it should sound.
Yeah.
That ensures the meaning, the sense of it,
Yeah.
is conveyed precisely.
Exactly that. It provides a much, much richer understanding than just seeing the English word woman. It really shows you how much information, how much care is packed into the original Hebrew, right down to the individual letters and sounds.
That is genuinely illuminating. Okay, so having gone through all that piece by piece, word by word, let's hear that full English verse again. I think we'll all hear it a bit differently now, with a new appreciation for just how precisely it's constructed.
I think so too. Listen again. And the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was a delight to the eyes. And the tree was desirable to make one wise. She took of its fruit and ate. And she also gave to her husband with her, and he ate.
Yeah. Hearing it now, this deep dive into Genesis 3.6, really looking at each word, it just pulls back the curtain, doesn't it? It shows you the intricate detail, the exact sequence of her thoughts, her actions. It gives you a much richer, more nuanced feel for it than just skimming. It's a great reminder of how much can be hidden in plain sight in seemingly simple stories.
It absolutely is. And, if you think bigger picture for a moment, it really underscores the power of this kind of close reading, this textual analysis. Getting down to this granular level, it can totally transform how you understand things. Not just ancient texts like this one, but really any complex idea or piece of information you come across, it kind of leaves you wondering, doesn't it? What other stories, what other information that seems simple on the surface might actually hold incredible depth if we just, took the time to look that closely. Makes you think about what else is waiting to be discovered just beneath the surface of things we think we already know.